To solve this differential equation using Laplace transform, we use the basic formula. Y double prime transforms like this, and y prime transforms like this. And then you get the s squared ys minus sy 0 minus y prime 0 from here. And then plus, it's 14 is from there, and then the first derivative is now sys minus y0, and y just transforms into capital Y of s. Now you plug in the initial points. Y of 0 is 0, so this is gone and that's gone. Y prime of 0 is negative 7, so that becomes positive 7. Collect the capital Ys's together, so s squared plus 14s plus 85ys. And then 7 you move to the other side, so it's equal to negative 7, and then finally you divide. And that's what you get for capital Y of s. Now, this is only the Laplace transform of the solution of this. You need to know what lowercase yt is that satisfies this. So to go backwards, you first have to know how to complete the square. Completing the square means you write the denominator into something squared plus a number. And this first blank is always the half of the coefficient of this middle term, assuming that you wrote it in this standard form, right? So the half of the middle term, which is 7, that's what you're going to get. If there's a minus, you should include that as well, okay? So if it was negative 14, you should put negative 7. Anyways, you have this, and then now you have to figure out what this question mark should be. And for that, you just have to figure out what this question mark should be in order for this to match the left side if you expanded it. So if you expanded this, the constant term will be 7 squared plus that something, right? 7 squared plus something should match with the 85, the constant term on the left side. 7 squared is 49, so 85 minus 49 is 36, so that's your question mark. Now that you've written like this, that's what we call completing the square. However, for Laplace transforms, you have to do one more step, which is to rewrite this 36 as 6 squared. That's just because the way the formulas are written in the Laplace table, as you can see a little later, okay? Alright, so once you're at this stage, you can actually just consult the Laplace table. If it's detailed enough, you can immediately find out what the y of t should be from here. But this question is assuming that you don't have a detailed one and you just have these two formulas, and you have to try to combine these two formulas from the Laplace table to figure out what's the yt that gives you this as the Laplace transform. Okay, so the first formula is that sine at's Laplace transform is a over s squared plus a squared. And the second formula is that e to the bt ft is the ft's Laplace transform, f of s, with s replaced by s minus b. Okay? So that's the formula. And then for our case, because a is 6, you need to look at this formula again with a being replaced by 6. So let's see. And also because instead of s plus 7 you have s, it's really this thing here is this one without the s plus 7, but it's this formula, and if you replace s by s plus 7, this is what you get after replacing this s by s plus 7, right? So first think of this right term as this, but then try to link this with this by first thinking about 6 over s squared plus 6 squared, because these two numbers should match. And for these two to be equal, you really need to multiply negative 7 over 6, so that 6 cancels and you get negative 7, right? And from this, you can kind of figure out that the function that would create this as the Laplace transform would be negative 7 over 6 sine 60, okay? So this question is first asking you to find out what this function is without the exponential part. So this EBT would be, e to the BT will be figured out later. So first, this is what you want, and it's really asking you to put this into this blank, okay? And then, oh, and of course, y of s is this, so that's what should go in here. And then we said s is replaced by s plus 7, so s plus 7, put that there. And then once you are at that point, you can easily see that if s is replaced by s plus 7, that's like s minus negative 7. So b is negative 7. So you have e to the negative 7t ft, where ft is this much. So the final answer is y of t equals to negative 7 over 6 e to the negative 7t sine 6t. So that's what you do.